Welcome to Rio 360. I'm Marisa Chavez and thank you for joining us.
And I'm Jordan Salcido. Let's get started with the coverage on the Bolsa Chica Ecological Reserve with news correspondent Calvin Trudeau.
Hi Roadrunners, my name is Calvin Trudeau and today we're down at the Bolsa Chica Ecological Reserve where there is a free to the public wildlife sanctuary for all to visit. Located just south of Huntington Beach, the sanctuary offers over 1,300 acres of coastal habitat that surrounds a saltwater estuary. Open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., it is free to the public and offers over 4 miles of hiking. What was once originally a 19th century gun club and a 20th century oil field was turned into what it is today in 1973 and completed in 2006. It is a critical stop for birds on the Pacific Flyway and is home to over 200 bird species. With over 95% of wetlands being destroyed in Southern California, people come from all over to see it.
My name is Kate Bridges-Lyman. I'm a first-year PhD student at USC. I'm actually studying the intersection between Islam and nature. And so I grew up in the Bay Area, and I love wetlands. And so when I moved to LA, I was so excited to hear about Bolsa Chica. It's just an incredible space with all kinds of animals. Like, normally people think about it for birds, but actually there's incredible. I saw a coyote this morning. I saw little crabs on the beach. I've seen like stingrays, like a couple different types. So I love wetlands, so it's a pleasure to come here.
Come see what greed tried to take away from you down at Bolsa Chica. Signing out, my name is Calvin Trudeau. Back here soon.
Thank you, Calvin, for that coverage on Bolsa Chica's Ecological Reserve. That was very informative.
Now on to our very own Jordan Salcido with her feature on a documentary screening in Long Beach.
Hi, Roadrunners. My name is Jordan Salcido, and today we're going to the movies. The Theater of Long Beach is hosting a week-long release of Steal This Story, Please, a documentary on the life and work of journalist and host of Democracy Now!, Amy Goodman. For decades, Goodman and her team have been producing independent media, aired on over 1,500 stations nationwide, reporting on world news that's often skewed or left out completely of traditional mainstream media outlets. Their operations have been funded by viewers rather than the sponsorships of corporations, allowing more freedom to speak honestly and openly about world events, centering people and their lived experiences. This model has resonated with many longtime listeners of the show.
We're just leaving Steal This Story, Please. It does Amy Goodman so much justice. She's a real hero to journalism.
I don't know her personally, but I hear her voice every day, every morning.
The film's director, Carl Deal, joined today's screening for a Q&A.
My experience of this is often in these screenings because Amy Goodman is such an inspiring, uplifting kind of a character, and it feels like you're at a No Kings rally, right, where people are kind of banded together and locking arms. It's a communal experience.
The film can be viewed at Art Theater of Long Beach through Thursday, April 23rd. Be sure to check it out and also support the last independent cinema in Long Beach. This is Jordan Salcido, signing off.
Thanks, Jordan. That documentary looks interesting. Can't wait to go watch.
Let's hear from Marisa Chavez with the City of Whittier's reorganization meeting and the swearing in of the new municipal candidates.
Hi, Roadrunners. I'm Marisa Chavez, and today we're outside of the Whittier City Hall for the reorganization meeting for the 2026 City Council here in Whittier. On Tuesday, April 28th, the City of Whittier had their reorganization meeting for the swearing in for the City Council members James Becerra, Vicky Santana, and Ida Macedo. The event took place after the last City Council meeting for Mayor Joe Vinatieri. We interviewed the new mayor-elect, James Becerra, to get his thoughts about being the city's new mayor.
What I'm most proud of is that we turned out the vote, that the electorate was energized. They had their concerns, obviously, but for myself and the campaign and the others, that we were able to mobilize and energize people to vote, that they understood the power of their vote and the importance of their vote. That's really what it was all about. Just made a decision, but nonetheless, we can demonstrate to the residents that we will defend the Constitution, we will defend everybody's rights under the Constitution in the city as legally as possible. So I'd say in terms of transparency, if people notice, we had the cameras turned on once again in City Hall, and I'm very proud that it was an easy thing to do in the sense, but it hadn't been done, so I'm very glad that that's happened.
This event was a great way for the community to get a chance to see who their new council is and how they can better represent their community and help them grow in their city. This has been Marisa Chavez sending it back to the studio.
Congratulations to the new city officials, and thank you, Marissa, for that coverage.
I'm Marisa Chavez.
And I'm Jordan Salcido.
To all of our media people, get started this summer by joining our magazine and radio production courses.
They're only 5 weeks.
Remember to follow at El Paisano Media on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, X, and YouTube to keep updated on all things Rio Hondo.
See you next time.